Alright, so how to get laid on Halloween. Halloween, if you guys haven't figured out, Halloween is the #1 hookup holiday of the entire year. I don't know what happens. It's probably a mixture of like people getting dressed up in costumes. They kind of take on a new identity when they're all dressed up. People are getting drunk. People are having a really good time. And so it gives a little bit of a you can be a little bit anonymous, I guess, when you're out, which is helpful for some ladies out there. And they do love to wear the slutty outfits when they're out, which I'm 100% for. So, I love Halloween. Halloween is such a good time. It gives you such a fun opening conversation to have with people, and that's the first thing. The first thing is you need to have a costume, because the first thing that you talk about with someone is gonna be their costume. They're gonna ask you like, "What are you?" or like, "How'd you make it?" or "That's a really awesome costume." "Are you this? Are you that?" You can talk about these things for a really long period of time. So what I like to do is not only do I like to dress up, but I like to have a little bit of a backstory for my character when I'm out. So this character in particular, so this costume I actually got from Evil Stifler a while back. I think you might have forgotten I still have it, but I fucking love this costume. And this guy is named Mittens. So when I'm out, I'm Mittens. And Mittens is a cat who didn't choose the thug life chose him, and he just got out of rehab for catnip. He was ODing way too much, getting a little too crazy, so now he's kind of mellowed out and he's just sticking to alcohol. Okay, so that's a little bit of the backstory that I have for my character. And a couple other characters that I used to do this guy called Cherry Chaplin. So I went to a thrift store one time and I bought a bunch of I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I'd go to thrift stores and just buy a bunch of random things. So I bought like a top hat, I penciled in a mustache, I had some like tights and a cane, and like a spinning cane. So I was Cherry Chaplin, and Cherry Chaplin is Charlie Chaplin's loose cannon twin brother, who is very bitter and resentful for all of his brother's success. So he basically deals with it by doing drugs and partying all the time. So that's Cherry Chaplin. So you can see how, like, if you come up with a fun backstory, it makes the conversation a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable, because that's the #1 thing people are trying to have when they're out during Halloween. They're trying to have fun, and, like, I'm trying to have fun, too, when I'm out. Like, I love Halloween. Halloween's such a fun holiday where you can just, like, be anything you want, you can get silly, and you kind of embody that alter ego persona that you're going for. So the first step is have a costume. It doesn't have to be terrific, but if you can come up with like a good backstory for it, it's fine. I remember one year, and I remember this, and actually Jeffy from RSD talks about this. He Evil Stifler, for 1 year, he was a cat video producer. So basically what that is was like, it was these videotapes that you could find at a store. Evil Stifler was pretty old school, so you put this videotape in, and it's kind of like this trippy, swirly video that like your cat is supposed to watch. Your cat, it's literally a video for cats. And so 1 year he was a cat video producer. Like, he had all these glasses on, he was like all creepy and stuff, and like people would ask him like, "Hey, what's your costume?" And he'd be like, "I'm a cat video producer." People were like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm a cat video producer." And then he would get so into the story, like explaining it to them, that they would get into it too. And it's even me talking about it's like cracking me up because it's so stupid. So yeah, he was that 1 year. Last year he was a snake charmer. We met up at this boat party we were hanging out at. The snake was basically like right next to his crotch. Like, he had a turban and he had like a flute, and the flute was attached to the snake, and it would pop out of the basket right from his crotch, and he would play. Oh my god, there's so many fun costumes that we like to do when we go out, because that's really the name of the game. The more fun your costume is, the more popular you're going to be at the party, the better time you're going to have, and the more girls are going to want to hang out with you and hook up with you. So the first step is to have a costume. I recommend having a backstory in addition to your costume as well. So be in the life of the party, guys. Okay, the second thing that I would mention is make sure that you're going to a venue that is good, okay? Go to a venue that's good and stick with it. So a lot of Halloween parties, there's like a million parties happening the Saturday of Halloween. And so you got to pick one. And if you pick one, just stick with that one, dude. Don't say like, "Oh, I'm going to be at, Matt's place for like 45 minutes. I'm going to be at Jerry's for like another hour." Like, if you try and micromanage and go to all these different ones, you're basically like not going to have as good of a time, and you're not going to be able to settle and make a connection with the people that are actually at the party. I mean, just being there for an hour is not really enough time to like meet people and get settled. So if you're at a party, just kind of stick with it, but pick one that you think is good, that's going to have a lot of people, a lot of your friends, and that way, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the party to pick up, so don't get too impatient. I had made that mistake one year where I went to like 5 or 6 different parties, and it really wasn't that good of a Halloween. Okay, the third thing that I would say, and there's really not too many steps to this, but the third thing that I would say is, like, don't waste your time with people. Like, don't try and get a girl to hook up with you that's not going to hook up with you. There's plenty of girls, I'm talking plenty of girls dressed in slutty outfits that will be totally down to hook up with you that night. I mean, Halloween's the #1 hookup holiday for a reason. So don't waste your time with people if you feel like they're not. If you feel like they're, you know, they're not going to be with it for tonight, that's okay, fine. Maybe get a phone number or something and then hit them up later. But then if your goal is to hook up with a girl, which is probably why you clicked on this video, then go and talk to a girl who is going to be down for that sort of thing. So the way you find that out is I recommend trying to move people. So if she's like following you around, like you go to a different area and she stays with you, like, hey, I'm going to go over here, like, why don't you come with? And she comes with you, gets a drink at the bar with you. That's a pretty good indicator that she's going to be down to hook up with you later. Because if she's down to move around with you at, you know, in the venue, the party that you're at, she's probably going to be down to move with you outside of the party as well, and maybe back to your place. Okay, cool. So that's really all I have when it comes to Halloween. I mean, guys, it's a fun holiday, especially for Halloween, but this should be your goal in general, is when you're going out to party to have a good time, your goal should be have fun first, get girls second. I know this channel is all about getting girls and hooking up and all that good stuff, but have fun first, and then, you know, once you have fun, like, the people will come to you, and you're going to have a lot better time, and you're going to find that you're going to be a lot more attractive to women at that point as well. So remember that, you guys. Have a good time out there. It's Halloween. Dress up. Get silly. That's all I have to say about this, you guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck out there.